And there's a book called The Tyranny of Trinity, which is a popular book amongst Unitarians who are fighting for a clearer view of Tawheed amongst Christians. And there is also Anthony Buzzard's book, The Trinity, Christianity's Self-inflicted Wound, which is a very good place to look for an internal Christian argument against the Trinity, and many other books like that. And you find that very often some of the most humane figures in Christian history have been people who have doubted the doctrine of Trinity. And Charles Dickens was perhaps the greatest moral conscience of Victorian England. He believed in God, but he rejected the Trinity. He went to a Unitarian church. Florence Nightingale would be another example. And if you actually ask congregations, I was recently speaking to a church congregation, and I sat around with them after the service was over, and we were talking about the issues that divide Christians and Muslims. And so I said, we don't believe in the Trinity and we don't believe in the Incarnation. We believe that we have a better relationship with Sayyidina Isa, Prophet Jesus, alayhi salam, if he isn't this puzzle that has a divine nature and a human nature, the infinite and the finite in one entity. We feel closer to him. And as a Muslim, I feel closer to him than I did when I was a believing Christian, which I used to be. And then I said, but you Christians, you believe in the Trinity and the Incarnation, we have to engage respectfully with that. And they said, oh, we don't believe in those things. We believe more or less in what you're saying. He was an inspired teacher, a great man of God, but we don't believe that he was God and that he was part of a Trinity and worshipped a Trinity. Every one of the people in that Anglican congregation basically took our position on that. And in 2002, there was a survey done of the opinions of Anglican priests. It's called the Cost of Conscience Survey. And they found that 78% of male Anglican priests believe in the doctrine of the Trinity. 70% of female Anglican priests believe in the doctrine of the Trinity. So a third or a quarter, even of the priestly leadership of that denomination, doesn't believe in this crown of Christian theology. And in the congregations you will find that very many people, privately or publicly, simply don't go along with it and regard it as something that makes worship very difficult, that takes God away from them, that problematizes Jesus, and isn't really monotheistic. So again, you can make a lot of headway with everybody except for the real headbangers, the hardline, militarized, millennial Christians. Most of them, you can find that their hearts will be softened quite quickly by that.